Yo, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's good, bro? How you
Man,
doing?
hey, dude, I like literally just got finished with work.
Oh, damn. That
Yeah,
salary, huh? Salary life?
yeah, salary life, man. I'm taking over. Well, not taking over, but so I got like a new team, but my old team, their their team lead, their manager, went on leave for like undetermined amount of time. So now I have my old team and my new team. So
Oh, damn. Double the work.
yeah, like 40 direct reports. I'm having like to start day, end of day, and schedule and do all the inventory, and it's just man, it's a process for sure. So great.
Yeah, man.
So I was all excited. I was like, cool. I'll do the work while I'm watching the game. This is perfect. And then it just made me more angry watching this.
So you had to go to work. Yeah, that's pretty much sums it up. It's just like you couldn't even watch it, couldn't enjoy it, so you just might as well work on other things.
Seriously, what a shit show. I just
I know. I'm at a I know it's preseason. I don't want to like overreact, but in that same breath, I'm just like, you can't play like this and think everything's okay. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's honestly like, I mean, the O line. I'm confused as to like, I mean, Shannon says it's supposed to be like a dress rehearsal, and yeah, most of our starters will play. I'm looking at the inactives, and it's basically the entire defense, the entire starting defense. Your good O lineman, like, I
Right.
mean, at that point, like, sit Lance too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at that point, I just didn't see you
The
know what I'm
point.
saying? He kind of treated it like it was the last game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You said the whole
It's weird how it was handled because I thought this game actually would have been a game where you don't suit up any of the starters because, it's just the last preseason game. And I thought going into the Vikings game, we are going to see more of the starters, especially after joint practices. But maybe coaching staff felt like that was enough work for them for that week and just sit the starters. And then, Lance is, pretty much hasn't played in 2 weeks in real games. So you come out today and just looks like there was some off throws and things like that. But I think the storyline in all of this is offensive line because you start off with the first preseason game. You're like, okay, we might have something in this, rookie Spencer Burford. And then, like after that, you're like McGlinchey still looks like McGlinchey. And then, it just keeps on regressing after every game. You're just like, okay, these guys where I thought there was a little bit of hope, there's just none, especially like the backups. I mean, starters themselves have problems, but after Trent Williams, but Jesus Christ, man.
yeah, it wasn't. It definitely is. Like knock on wood, Trent goes down. R.I.P. the season. Like that's it. That's it. Like I'm sorry, because more. My God, that one. There was that one play. He just got. I think I texted you right. I mean, just no effort. He just got beat by like an inside move. It wasn't even like a great move. Like it was just like he
Normal
just
football play.
in. I'm like, you were a lineman, right? Like they do teach you how to move laterally. You just stood there. It was just like like it's like at that point you should have to donate your game check. Like I'm sorry, you get beat by like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
great
yeah,
move,
yeah.
and like man, it happens, right? When you
You
get beat
should be
like that,
you should
that's
be able to just like make a roster call mid game in situations like that. Like, okay, you're just not making the team. Like
yeah.
you're
Oh,
just no effort.
have
But
their bags on the sideline just waiting for them. Like, yeah, there's their luggage. We're not even gonna let you fly.
not,
A bus ticket. Here's a bus ticket. You can Greyhound back home. Like, but you can't come back with us. I'm sorry. Like,
oh my goodness. That's exactly how I feel, man. For the sake of offensive, like the offensive line, I just hope that maybe they were hungover. They, they went to the strip club last night, just to sort of give some sort of excuse for tonight. But
yeah, I thought Lance was okay. It just felt like he just didn't have the time to to do anything, right? Like I felt like every time like he tried to, get into his progressions, like there was just somebody on him like every time, and so you just didn't feel like, he had a couple of nice throws. I liked his throw to oh my god, was that not Turner? It was Juice where he rolled out, kind of
Oh
hit him
yeah.
inside, like run. I mean, that's what Lance kind of gives you, right? That like athletic ability where you get outside the pocket and deliver those little dimes. That was like a nice throw. He kind of missed Kittle a little bit. Like, yeah, I thought he had some nice throws that just um it just, he wasn't able to get comfortable. And, once that kind of happened, and, he only played 2 series. I mean, it was kind of quick. The running
Yeah.
game wasn't really working. I don't think Sermon makes the team. I don't think he
Oh
survives.
really?
I,
Let's get into that a little bit. I feel like there's like always. I feel like every year there's like these debates in running backs because there's always like a plethora of them because of Shanahan. But I feel like this year more than any other year, it turns out to be true because you have all these like mid round draft picks with Trey Sermon, right? And then Elijah Mitchell ain't going nowhere, and you know who am I missing? Jason Jordan Mason, sorry. He's kind of like his stock has kind of come up, especially after that Vikings game. So now there's like pressure in Sermon, like, okay, he seems a little hesitant, he's not really running downhill. I think today he was playing a little bit better, but it's still one of those things where like who's actually gonna be the odd man out? Because Hasty, you think he's gonna be cut? Like, no, I think he's a good third down back.
yeah, I don't. He didn't even. I don't. Did he even suit up? Did he even get
I
playing
don't
time?
even think, yeah, I don't even think he
Yeah.
played. Jeff
So
Wilson Jr. got first team reps. Like,
yeah, I think Hasty's safe. He's their good third down pass catcher. I think kind of he's their only really good pass catcher, right? Because Sermon's not very good at it. The new rookie, he's not the best. His hands are kind of like Hasty may be your best like third down pass catch outside of Juice, obviously. I think he's kind of safe in that nice third down role. He's kind of trusted right there. I just
yeah,
Sermon just, yeah, he's kind of hesitant. And you watch Mason, like he kind of hits the hole, right? He just goes, right? He sees a hole and he just goes. Where Sermon is always, it always feels like he's kind of like there's a little bit of a pause. And I think we talked about when I saw you at training camp. This isn't OSU where you have these huge linemen. They're going to open these holes. They're going to be open forever. In the pros,
right,
those holes are only open for like millisecond, and either you're getting through it or you're probably getting stuffed. And that little pause seems to always kind of, where Mason seems to hit the hole and he picks up 3, 4, 5, 6 yards, and Sermon keeps getting stuffed. It was better tonight, but for a third round pick, right? And honestly, stop drafting people in the third round. It just doesn't like early. Joe Williams, I think he was a fourth round. They traded up for Sermon. So far the rookie
Dante
this year.
Pettis.
Yeah. Like stop like linemen. Right here's where you should be maybe like focus linemen. This system seems to churn out these either late drafted or undrafted, really great running backs, right? Like most are, Breida, Elijah Mitchell last year, Mason undrafted. He looks really like, what I'm saying? Like, so stop
Yep.
wasting picks on running backs or early rounds. Stock up that O line. Like, have that mentality towards the D line and put that energy towards your O line, right? Like, really start beefing that up. Like,
Right. Because I feel like they almost tripled down with running back this year, right? Because they took Trey Sermon 2 years ago, which was kind of a surprise, right? Because you're like, all right, we're good at running back. Maybe they take offensive line. And then they traded up, and then it was Sermon. You're like, oh, snap. Like, Trey Sermon, like, I loved him coming out of college, right? But I was just like, it was still a shock to me. And then this year, they picked up Davis Price, right? And so you're just like, God damn, how many running backs does Kyle Shanahan need? Like, I
yeah.
hope one of these guys can block, play guard or something.
And they're, I mean, no offense to running backs, but there's so many of them available undrafted, right? Like that's the thing. Like I think only like a handful actually got drafted this year. I mean, even the guy, the Texans guy, we saw Damian Pierce, right? Like he was either, I think he was like fifth, like he was late round. I mean, he looks great. He looks amazing, right? Like you don't have to spend really high draft capital on a running back because every school right has two or three running backs, right? So there's a plethora of running backs. You just need to find one that fits your system, right? You need to check mark some boxes. Okay, they need to do A, B, C, D, and find someone who does those four things, right? And you have so many running backs. There's so many colleges. It doesn't matter if they went to a great school, not a great school, right? Like, you see running backs come from all over, right? It's really about finding the scheme fit. Whereas, like, maybe from like a quarterback, you're really looking for a top, you don't want to grab a quarterback in the fifth round. They usually don't work out, right? They're usually backups, right? The running
Yeah.
backs, like, dude, just undrafted or late round. Like I just don't understand this. Keep throwing. Like I don't know if it's Shanahan's ego, or maybe Lynch's ego. That they're like, no, one of these is going to hit. But like you said, like the O line could use some help. Stockpile some pieces there. Like stop chasing these running.
Right.
I just don't. I,
Because well, Aaron Banks, right? Last year is the high offensive lineman outside of McGlinchey, right? Like
yeah,
top two picks, first two rounds, I mean.
yeah.
And then outside of that, it's just been always, defensive line, defensive line, defensive line. Which I get it. I mean, that's our strength on this team is defensive line. Like that's one thing that we can hang our hat on. But man, like, and then obviously losing the center this offseason. Fuck, I'm blanking on the name.
Oh, Mac. Yeah,
Mac. There you go. That doesn't help. I'm pretty sure they thought he wasn't gonna retire like that. Maybe they did. They just screwed it up. But that doesn't help. Brunskill still dealing with an injury. McGlinchey still hurt. You know, some guys who can definitely help in that regard. Even though McGlinchey kind of looked, I don't know, he looks sus. That
yeah. McGlinchey's always going to be that good. He's a good running, like right. He's great in the run game. His pass blocking's always going to be just like you just hope it's kind of passable, right? And I think same with the
yeah,
rookie Burford. I can't say his. I can never say the name Burford. Same thing. You watch him in the
yeah,
running game. He's a beast. Like he
he's
gets after
outstanding. Yeah,
people. The pass game, and I think. I mean, obviously, I think it's always easier the run block, right? You are pushing forward, right? And I think it's easier. You
right,
come out the ball and you're going forward. Pass block, you have to adjust to, like where's the scheme going, where's the throw going, but also someone's coming downhill at you. So you're backpedaling, and they go inside, outside, spin move. A lot more things to think about. Was running like, yeah, just go blow your dude up, right? Just get downfield and just knock him on his ass. Done and done, right? Even on the
right.
pulling, that kind of thing. I don't know. I just this team is Super Bowl ready, except that big question. It's not even Lance at this point. I
Is
think
that exactly?
it's the O line.
It's
Like,
the O line. I think Lance would be okay. They will go as far as this offensive line will take them, if you will, because like they also started off pretty spotty last year, if you remember. But then like mid season they started to get in a rhythm, and I mean it's pretty much the same O line minus Mac and Lincoln, which was obviously a huge blow now, but you kind of hope that maybe Burford and Aaron Banks kind of offset that a little bit, but you're still riding on a rookie and a second year player who didn't play much
yeah,
um last year. So